Welcome back to Breath-Centered Foundations. In this series today, we'll talk about Ujjayi Breath. So this is a breathing technique that is used in Ashtanga-based practices and many vinyasa classes. You will hear me use it in the practices that I teach here on the YouTube channel. And if you practice here at the studio, you're very familiar with the sound of it. It really resonates and keeps the space nice and warm and alive. So we're going to work on it today. There is an important point to make. You should be able to sit up nice and straight. There will be a video tutorial in this series also to talk about how to set up your seat. But just before we begin, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see just one important aspect of being able to sit up straight. So we all have a natural curvature in our back, a couple of them, but one of the important kind of supportive curves of the back is this one in the low back. What I would like you to do just for now, as simply as you can, try to find a seat. So if you're a little bit stiffer, sit in a way that you can really sit up straight. That might mean, if you're at home, that you sit on a chair with your feet flat on the floor. And for now, that is totally okay. For future reference, then just check out the other video about setting up your seat. But for now, however you can, set yourself up in a way so that you can sit up really straight, respecting this natural curve in your back, and being able to relax your shoulders. You want to be able to sit as straight as you can and be as relaxed as possible. And for everybody, that amount of relaxation and the amount of effort is different. So sometimes you have to work a little bit hard at it in the beginning. Okay, step one in breathing like this, there are some muscular contractions that we're going to use. As a beginner, there's a lot of information that's going to come in. It can feel a little bit overwhelming. So I'm going to try to keep it as simple as I can. And don't worry, remember, be kind to yourself and patient. It takes a little while to figure all this stuff out. Yeah. Okay, so two muscular contractions that we use in practice, especially when we're doing movement practices, are really important because they help stabilize the lowest joint of the back and where it meets the pelvis. This is important when later on you're going to do lots of moving around. So these two contractions ultimately will also help the body in an energetic way. But let's keep it simple. Okay, the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to contract your pelvic floor. I know that's not always an easy task, and sometimes we're not aware of how to do that. I'm going to give you a really simple example that I've heard my teacher say before. Imagine that you are on a date and you have to fart, but obviously it's a first date and you're not going to let that happen, maybe not until like date 20. What are the muscles that you have to use to hold back a fart? It's kind of the same, right? Literally lifting your anus up and in, and not so hard that you start to contract your bum, right? But really lifting the anus up and in. For women, you might be familiar with Kegel exercises, or if you wanted to practice this in a different way, if you go use the bathroom to urinate, you can actually stop the flow of urination. It's a different muscle. It's more at the front side of your pelvic floor, but still it is a similar lift. So hold back a fart, stop your pee. Those are the contractions that we want. All right, number two, the second contraction that we're gonna encourage is there's a band of muscles here in the lower belly called the transverse abdominals. It's the deepest layer of abdominal muscles. This really forms a sheath here in the belly wall. And what we want to do is move the lower belly wall back towards the spine. And again, not so hard that you flex your spine, right? Or not so hard that it's like pulling on a corset and you can't breathe at all. But you're really trying to draw these muscles a little bit back and in. You could imagine like you just put on some tight pants and zipped them up. Okay. We're going to try to keep those contractions lightly on. All right, that means that we are not going to breathe here, but we are going to breathe from the belly button, basically, up and out. Okay, a couple other points to make before we start. Let's break up your chest into 4 spots. The first, I'm going to call the front. It will be from about your nipple line to your belly button, just above your belly button. Let's call this the front section. Okay, we're going to do an exercise where we try to breathe and direct our breath into this front section. Then we have a side section. If you drew a line from your armpits all the way down to your lowest floating rib, that is what we're going to call the sides. And then turn around. What we'll call the back is really the expanse of your rib cage at the back side of your body, so from about here all the way up. You can really focus on this area, kind of just at the center section of the shoulder blades and a little bit lower. I'm going to call that the back. All right. And then the last section we'll call the top. That'll be from your nipple line to your collarbones. So this whole area up here we'll call the top. Okay. We're going to do a breathing exercise where we, again, like I said, focus moving our breath in these different areas of the chest. Before we do that, we're going to try to stretch our breath a little bit so that we can get to a count of 4 as we breathe in and we breathe out. So normally when you're just breathing in an automatic way, your nervous system does that for you, a really specific part of your nervous system, part of your brain stem. And you don't have to think about breathing. And that's really convenient with all the other things that you probably are thinking about or that you have to do during your day. But what's really great about being able to control your breath is that you directly affect your nervous system. That's why breathing in the way that we do in yoga practice is such a powerful technique, right? It's really a way of learning how to steady and stabilize your nervous system. Okay. When you breathe, I want you to think about spreading out your breath. So I often say in class, think about putting butter on toast or whatever thing you like to put on toast. You want to spread that substance out so that it covers all surfaces of the toast. And if you're anything like me, I really like butter. And I want it covering everything. I don't want any of my toast to be dry. So I'm going to count our breathing for us. And when I count, I want you to breathe in equally from the beginning to the end. So it's not that we're rushing the beginning or the end of our breath. It's really spread out, being just generous for the whole breath, the whole duration of the count. Okay, let's just start. Sit up straight and tall. Sit on a chair if you need to. Put your feet flat on the floor. Cross your legs, however you can sit comfortably with respect to the natural curve of your lower back. Lift your pelvic floor up and in. Draw your lower belly back and in. You're welcome to place one hand on your lower belly to help encourage to draw it back. start to take slow, deep breaths in and out of your nose. And for now, we won't focus on making any sound. The Ujjayi breath, we're really focusing on this specific moving our breath into areas of our body. Okay, so we breathe in nice and deep. And breathe all of the way out. Okay, then I'm going to count to 4. See if you can breathe in to the count of 4. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're full. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. You're empty. Again, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. You're full. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. You're empty. Spread it out. Inhale 1, 2, 3, full. Exhale 1, 2, 3, empty. Inhale 1, 2, 3, full. Exhale 1, 2, 3, empty. Do the same thing. Focus on filling the front of your chest. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4 to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4 to the front. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Focus on the sides now. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Lower belly back. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Side ribs expanding. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Focus on the back. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1. Trying to get the ribs at the back of your body to spread and lift. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Again to the back. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pelvic floor up. Focus on the top. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Focus on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Again to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hit all points together. Into the front, sides, back, and top. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale front, sides, back, top. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale front, sides, back, top. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Now expand in all directions at once. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1. All ribs moving. 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, expand 360 degrees, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to keep this rhythm going on your own. So nice and strong and steady. You might notice that it's easier to breathe into certain parts of your body than it is into others, and that's okay. Usually that's because some muscles are a little bit stiff and we need to work on some mobilization. But the yoga practice itself and also breathing is going to help you with that. So just be mindful. It's slow, strong, really good quality breaths, nice and deep. The next step to this breathing, so we're going to use the same filling, right, that 360-degree breath. Now we're going to add a sound. So we've got a third small contraction that comes into play. So we've got the pelvic floor lifting, the lower belly back, really expansive, active breaths. And then we're going to add this little contraction in our throat. So we're going to do a little exercise to help us find it. I'm going to take a nice big breath in through your nose, right? We are breathing through our nose the whole time. And I want you to make a sound when you open your mouth and exhale. The sound of ha or hey in a whisper. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. And open your mouth and whisper. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and whisper. Okay, again, breathe in through your nose. Keep your mouth closed. Make the same sound. Breathe in through your nose. Make that sound with your mouth closed. Let's try the same contraction on our inhale. And the exhale. The inhale. And the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep practicing. So it's quite common, especially when we're going to start to move, that you're going to put a lot of effort into something, like muscular strain. And then usually the breath ends up sounding like this. I'm not necessarily exaggerating, but if you feel like your breath is getting stuck, if you hear the sound changing to be something like sandpaper or like a bear growling, or if it sounds angry, then see if you can just stop. Relax the contraction in your throat. Focus simply on those deep, steady breaths that you already worked on, and then reuse the contraction of your vocal cords when you're ready. So you can let go of it and then come back to it. And so that way you can practice and eventually you sustain that throughout your practice. In the beginning, it's generally much easier to make the sound when you exhale than it is when you inhale, but it's really the same contraction. This narrowing of the passage of your throat will also help you regulate your breathing so that when you are doing something that demands a lot of you, that you don't panic your inhale, which is really common. So you want to imagine maybe drinking something through a straw. You also don't suck it really quick into your throat, otherwise you choke. Right? So it's the same with your breath. You want to be smooth and steady, even when you're doing crazy stuff with your body. All right, let's put it into practice.